This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 common mistakes that people do getting started in MMA. And if you stick to the end of this video, I'll give you a little token of my appreciation, a nice little gift that will end in your inbox. Point number 1, and that is your hands are low. You're throwing your strikes out, but you're forgetting about your other hand. You throw your jab out and you're dropping your hand. You throw your cross out and you're dropping your hand. We need to make sure we've got our chin covered at all points. When I throw, I want my hand here to protect, because if someone threw a counter, my hand was low, I am then going to get caught. People sometimes get a little bit eager in sparring. They want to land, they put the face forward, but we want to stay tight in and have our hands nice and high to make sure we defend. Moving on to point number 2, and that is all to do with the legs. When people get tired, or they move left, or they move right, they end up crossing their legs. We need to make sure we keep good stance throughout. If I'm off to my left-hand side, I step my left foot first, my right foot will follow. Left then right, left then right. If I go to my right side, my right will step, my left will follow. Right then left, right then left. Making sure I'm keeping the distance in between my feet the same throughout. I am not crossing my feet over, because it gets to sparring, boom, you get hit. No matter how hard you get hit, if your feet are like this, you're gonna be off balance. And then it's gonna look like you got rocked, even if you didn't get rocked. Now, next point, we're on to the kicks. Naked kicks. And what I mean by this, if I show an example on this bag, this is a naked kick. This is a naked kick. This is a naked kick. We want to set our kicks up. If they are naked, you can see them a lot easier. This could be by using fakes. It could be by throwing punches before. Anything to set your kick up. So if you're shadowboxing and you're just doing this, this is a naked kick. This is a naked kick. But if you throw your strikes before and then throw your kick, you've set the kick up. And that's going to help distract your opponent so you can land your kicks better. Make sure you throw your punches before and then you can throw your kicks after. A punch, then a kick. A punch, then a kick. A fake, then a kick. A fake, then a kick. It's totally up to you what you throw before, but I don't want these naked kicks because you're going to get caught, you're going to get countered, and then you might get knocked out. Next point, it is moving your feet. We don't like being stuck in the mud. A very common thing to see is people fighting on the spot. In MMA, we can't fight on the spot. There is a lot of movement in and out. And if I throw a 1-2 on the spot, or a 1-1-2 on the spot, if they move back, I can't even reach. We need to match our footwork with our hands. That means if I'm throwing a 1-1-2, I'm gonna step, step, step. Each punch, I do little steps to cover the distance. The only time I wouldn't need to do this if they are against the fence or they aren't moving. But in MMA, it's very common for people to move, and it happens all the time. I want you to get used to stepping with your punches. Step, step, step. Step, step. If you want to put a kick on the end, that is totally fine as well. Step, step, step. Step, step, step. Step, step, step. Little steps over and over again to help cover the distance. Because if you can't control the distance, you're never going to be able to land on your opponent. The fighters that control distance the best in fights is usually the fighters that win the fights. Control the distance, you'll win the fight. Now, my last and final point, point number 5, and that is takedowns. Everyone goes for takedowns. They get on a leg and they just try and do it on the spot. And it doesn't work, but we need to get this drilled in from our shadowboxing. We need to penetrate the space and drive. Whenever you get a leg in sparring, you shouldn't be still. You should be moving around and driving for your takedowns. But I see people doing shadowboxing and they go punches, takedown, and they do it on the spot. And that shouldn't be done because we're not gonna use that in sparring because it's not gonna work. Throw our punches first, change our level, and I really want you to drive with takedowns here. So if you're throwing your shadowboxing, you're moving through, stepping through at your own rhythm. When you go for a takedown, you move your feet and you're back to shadowboxing. Add your kicks on in between, and then you mix everything together, keeping your hands high, changing your level, enter, move your feet, drive. Back to shadowboxing, drive. Moving your feet. And yes, I want it to look like you are running, Because then when it gets to sparring or drills, you are gonna run through your opponent. If you can't do it shadowboxing, it's gonna be hard to correlate into drills, which is then gonna be hard to correlate into sparring. And now, as I promised, the little bonus for making it this far into the video. If you check out the link below, there is 99 ways in 99 days to improve in MMA, to improve your mindset and upgrade your life. This is totally free. I will send you an email a day for 99 days. It will include short, actionable insights, little nuggets of clarity to help improve your life, MMA, and your mindset. So go check out that link below. I'll see you in the next one. Bish, bash, bosh, pow!